Welcome to the Addison podcast, where we talk about what it actually takes to hit your first six or multi-six figures in business. I'm Addison, certified clinical hypnotherapist and online business coach for entrepreneurs. And 3 years ago, I decided that nursing wasn't for me, dropped out of nursing school, and dove into the online space. From free hypnosis audios to unfiltered conversations and business advice, this is the space for you to take radical responsibility towards creating your dream business. Let's dive in. Okay, whether or not you are creating a brand new offer or you are refining your offers to allow you to diversify your product suite to grow over time, whether you're a coach or an OSP, today I'm going to walk you through the process that I take my clients through, that I take myself through in creating sold out offers that will allow you to, again, diversify your income or grow your income, also allow you to refine your offers to better support your clients. So there's a couple of things that I will go through as we're talking about this, because there is a framework to this that I take my clients through. So we talk about, mindset behind creating sold out offers, elements to a sold out offer, the actual creation of that offer, how we can evolve your offers over time without having to, constantly create new offers. How can we refine and allow those offers to grow? Like the way that I, initially launched my group program is very different from how it is structured now. So can we allow those offers to evolve over time? Maybe some things you might be missing in the offer creation process, as well as just some little tips and tricks for you to ask yourself and take yourself through when it comes to creating sold out offers. So with mindset around creating sold out offers, I kind of feel like there's a lot of people that just put an offer together all willy-nilly and just expect that it's gonna, be a sold out offer. And they're like, why is no one buying? When there was really no forethought of putting that offer together or creating something that people actually need. So this is one of the reasons why I really love masterminds, because all of my clients, whether they're creating a masterclass or they're creating this really high ticket offer, they can come to, the mastermind space and brainstorm back and forth with all of the girls in there. So the other day I had one of my clients come in there and say, hey, I want to create, a passive masterclass funnel that I can have, people go through to nurture them further, as well as just learn more about what I do and pre-qualify, themselves in my process to see if my services are the right fit for them. And they had an idea, and we went from that idea to so much more than that idea. So we went from kind of this surface level idea to, really honing in on her brand and her messaging as, a service provider, as a coach that will really allow her to convert those clients. And so I want you to, realize with offers that sometimes there is some work that needs to be done to put them together. And, sometimes you need to even riff them off with your audience or other people in your space, or join a mastermind to get some ideas of better ways that you could position or message that offer. So with mindset behind offers, I want you to drop all the rules. There are no rules when it comes to creating offers. And I think this is something that it kind of took me a while to understand. And I finally started to, I would say the last year and a half, I can literally create whatever I want in business, whatever sounds fun to me, as long as I've done the pre-work and the market research and validated this offer and I know that it's needed, I can have fun with it. It doesn't have to be this, cookie cutter group program or this cookie cutter mastermind. It could be a challenge. It could be a Slack group. It can be literally anything, right? And so you don't need these 3 tiers of offers, low, medium, and high. You don't need a low ticket offer that supports people that can only pay a low ticket price. Some of your low ticket offers could also support people that can pay the high ticket price, but just need a little bit more of a touch point before they invest, right? And so there's no rules in that sense. You need offers that serve your ideal clientele and that you are passionate about, and creating an ascension model doesn't have to be rocket science, but it does have to align with your audience. And it doesn't have to be this structured low, mid, and high ticket offer, right? So I want you to drop the rules. I also want you to realize that offers are something that is going to grow over time. You're always going to be tweaking, making changes, evolutionizing, if that's even a word, your offers. And you won't have it all figured out all at once, and that's okay. We want to start with sustainability where you currently are and then grow from there. So when I first launched my group program, at the time I didn't have one-on-one coaching, I didn't have a mastermind, I didn't have another group program, I didn't have a membership, right? And I've slowly grown my capacity over time to hold all of these offers that really allows me to diversify my income and my product suite. The other thing is that I want you to realize that everything, for me at least, and should for you, starts with impact. So that means like my offers are being created from a place of how can I support and hold the most people? How can I impact the most people versus how can this make me X amount of money? Because I think that that's just shady. Like, yes, I want to make money, but there's no point in creating something if you hate it or do it just because you think you should. We really want to focus on the feeling behind the offer and how we actually feel about it, and also the impact that we desire to create. So there are just a few different elements to a sold out offer outside of those little mindset things. We have demand for the offer. Is this offer actually needed? The passion behind the offer. Is this something I can wholeheartedly back and get behind because I love what I do? And then your journey, we can also bring into that experience. So your journey, your experience, what you know about your ideal client that can help us, really tie this offer all together. So the number one issue I see when people aren't selling out their offers is they lack specificity. So just like, I've talked about in all of my podcast episodes that the subconscious mind likes specificity for change. I can say, I'm abundant and be like, I don't resonate with that versus like, I want to make $10,000 months, and then I can create a very strategic action plan to create that. So that's specificity in my goals. We also need specificities in our offers. So I want you to be able to tell me who this offer serves, creating specificity in that, not just entrepreneurs, but like an actual ideal client avatar, what it transforms and what your ideal client wants. So there might be a difference between what the offer transforms and what they want. Your ideal clients might want, $10,000 months, but what it transforms is maybe they create better emotional intelligence, which then allows them to serve their clients better, which then allows them to make more money, right? So we still need to know those two different things. We need to know why they need this offer, obviously, so we can convey that in our marketing. And we also need to know how we deliver this offer. So where and how we deliver it, what is the actual structure of the offer? And again, this is where the rules can just go out the window because I want you to have fun creating offers. I think that we are so rigid in business and I'm tired of it. We don't need the group program, the mastermind, the, 3-month launch period. We don't need like anything. You don't even need one-on-one coaching if you don't want. You could have a workshop, you could have a challenge, you could, just have fun with creating your offer. So it doesn't need to be this like thing that you overthink and you're like, well, how many calls and how many this and like how often, should I serve my clients in Slack or how much one-on-one time should I give them? Like drop the freaking rules and have fun with it. This is where we create the details of the offer, but allow it to be like fun and creative. I think that one of my mentors does a really good job at this. All of her offers are like so fun and so different, and she really brings her personality into the branding behind those as well too, which has been really, really inspiring for me. And even when I created the mastermind, I took some of that, into the creation of that. Obviously, it is a mastermind, but I thought outside the box when I was creating the branding. I have UFOs in my branding. Like what does that have to do with the mastermind, right? But I've created that as part of my brand in being this like different space. As well as it's called the mastermind because I say master your mind, master your business. That's different. I brought fun into that. It's not just like, I don't know, this like boring mastermind space. Like I've had fun bringing all of the pieces together. So I want you to drop the rules when we're going through this as well too. And the way that we find these answers around what I just said, the who, what, when, where, and how, you should know about your ideal client so well that you can physically visualize their day-to-day in relation to that offer that you're creating. So let's say that you are creating an offer that helps people with their messaging on social media and helps them sign clients through their messaging. And you're thinking outside the box. You have this fun name, you have this fun branding, you have a fun way that you're delivering it. And when it comes to like the actual ideal client that you're bringing into this space, maybe this is someone that knows how to market already. They know their pillars. They know problem awareness and activation and educational content. They, know how to post on TikTok. They're very consistent. They have the podcast, but something that they're missing is honing in on their messaging in their personal brand. And so obviously there's a difference between someone who doesn't know how to market at all and this ideal client who knows how to market but just needs to get clearer on their messaging and marketing. And maybe this ideal client is also someone who takes really fast action and shows up in their business every single day, sells every single day, posts content every single day. So we're already kind of envisioning this person, right? And then I can take my, brain and visualize this person throughout their day. So I know that it's someone who probably wakes up, they maybe work out in the morning, they're already thinking about like, what do I need to say today in order to get my offer to sell? I haven't, made as many sales this month as I'd like, and I am posting content. Like, what is the problem here? Right? Like, they already kind of stress about that in the morning. They get out a post and then they're like feeling kind of like blah about it because they're like, no one's reached out in like that long. I've been selling every single day. What the heck is happening? Right? So you could kind of walk through exactly how they feel in their day to day. And this could be because you've either lived it and that's why you created the offer, or you've helped clients through it and, have essentially like mastered this skill of messaging so much so that and can literally walk through your ideal client's day like you are in their shoes. And so this is going to help you massively with marketing when it comes to offers. And if you don't know this and you can't take yourself through that day to day, then I would highly, highly, highly recommend that you do some market research and you get these things from your ideal client, right? You get that little day-to-day walkthrough of your ideal client. So where I want you to use discernment when it comes to creating sold out offers and overall just like release the rules is you don't need to have like one signature offer. You don't need to have crazy specific details, crazy sales pages. There's always more desires, transformations, etc. from your ideal client. So we don't need to be like absolutely insane about this so much so that it stops us from selling the offer. But I want you to follow your heart and intuition when it comes to like breaking down what your ideal client needs to hear about your offer. And then ask yourself, is this idea or this thing that I'm creating actually mine? Or am I doing this because I feel like I have to, right? And so if it's actually yours, then you're going to have fun like walking through your ideal client. You're going to have fun creating the offer. You're going to have fun like breaking down all of these things, right? So a great example of this is, I created a group program about a year and a half ago. It's called Embodying the Leader Within. And this is a signature like program that I created. I haven't seen anyone else do this. And basically it is weekly group hypnotherapy. So I heard from a lot of hypnotherapists that group hypnotherapy doesn't work as well, that it's not something that is like worth me creating. People aren't going to invest in that. But if I felt into like my intuition around it, I said, actually, I think group hypnotherapy is more powerful because I'm bringing this, powerful group of women together that all have these things that they want to shift. They want to own their power. They want to show up more powerfully. They want to create more content. They want to release the fear. They want to make more money. They, want to be more confident in themselves. They want to feel better in their bodies. And you bring these powerful women together and like watch shit change, right? And so I created the offer anyways. We're on our third round now. And it's been one of the most transformative offers for my clients, so much so that I've had people upgrade into the mastermind from Embodying the Leader Within. I've had people upsell into one-on-one coaching from Embodying the Leader Within. I've had people sign up for multiple rounds in a row because they loved it so much and it was so, life-changing for them. And I could have listened to what other people said, like, well, you should do this or you should try this. And I was like, no, this is what I want to create and it's different. Other people haven't launched this. I haven't seen anything like this before. And this is what I want to create. And it's created thousands and thousands of dollars of revenue for me. And so it's also allowed people to move into different offers in my space. And so that's a great, example of that. Like, is this actually mine or am I doing this because I feel like I need to, right? The other thing that I just want to hit home is that if I take myself through this framework, and I'll give you in just an example in a moment, just a quick example of how I've taken myself through this with different offers. But if I take myself through this, I want you to realize as well too, like we get so hung up on like, do I have all the pieces, in place? Is this group program perfect? Do I have all the modules filmed? Do I have all of this? Like, every single time I've launched a group program, I've not had a single module filmed until the week that the program starts. And, this isn't necessarily for me to say like, don't be prepared. This is me telling you that you can work as you go. You can get offers out there when you're passionate about them, and that's okay. And also, like, it doesn't have to be perfect. They can always evolve over time. With my signature group program, the Visionary Accelerator, which we've now, taken hundreds of people through. The first time I launched it, it only included, one-on-one call. It didn't include any hypnotherapy. We had weekly calls, and now it's bi-weekly calls We have a couple one-on-one calls throughout the program. We have monthly hypnotherapy. They get access to a, portal full of hypnotherapy. So that's evolved over time as I've gone through the program and allowed myself to do it, not necessarily messy, but to do it, even if I was a little bit fearful and didn't feel fully prepared, because we're never going to feel fully prepared. And because of that, I've supported and impacted like hundreds of women, as well as like it allowed that to evolve over time and get better and better. So the framework is foolproof, and the people who go in and implement, the trainings and stuff like that are going to see the results. So just as an example with that program, I mentioned the who, what, why, where / how, idea around a sold out offer. So I know the Visionary Accelerator is for virtual assistants who want to learn to become online business managers. Initially, that's what the program was. They want and desire to feel confident in supporting higher level entrepreneurs as an OBM. They currently work hourly and are being paid VA prices for OBM tasks. Maybe they're beginning to resent their business. Maybe they feel like they are an assistant that's constantly working, right? And the delivery of this was a signature, my signature visionary framework to scale OBMs to their first 5K. And this is delivered via a 3-month group program. So you can kind of see how I took myself through that. But I did the pre-work of market research. I did the pre-work of understanding what my ideal clients needed, right? So again, these things can evolve over time. So I'll just give you some more examples of how TVA has evolved over time. TVA 1.0 was 3 months with one one-on-one call and dripped modules. After that, I became certified in hypnotherapy, and I added group hypno 1 time a month. I actually became certified in hypno. One of the reasons obviously was that it served me, but also I noticed that my clients were experiencing very similar things where they had these mindset, issues that were coming up that were stopping them from showing up in their business. And so again, that evolved with round 2. I then added monthly one-on-one calls with clients to support them further, give them tailored support. We then took the program evergreen so people could join anytime. We then extended the program to 4 months instead of 3. And then now the program is a little bit more mastermind style, where all of the calls are not going through specific modules. The calls are mastermind style, where we actually mastermind on the calls. And then they have a portal full of trainings that I give them access to right away. So it's majorly evolved from, a structured group program where every single week we go through a specific module to now you get access to this portal full of trainings and I support you more tailored one-on-one. So this is like massively changed as my expertise has grown, and again, to serve the clients at a better level. So where you might be struggling with creating sold out offers right now is that you're either overthinking, you're not keeping it simple. You can't tell me what it transforms and who it serves. Maybe you offer too many things at once, or you had a failed launch and then kept making new offers because you thought, oh, maybe this will be the one, versus refining and honing in on your skills. You're guessing when creating programs. You're not really doing this pre-work that I mentioned here. And you're doing something that someone else told you to do that doesn't necessarily align with you. So, even before we get into talking about pricing or the structure of the offer, like I said, I want you to have fun with that, but you need to actually align with that offer, right? So if you are someone that is in this space currently where you want to diversify your income, you're at the place where you're capped with a group program or one-on-one, you can't get beyond $10,000 months, maybe because you're on this roller coaster of launching something, hosting it for 3 months, launching again, and so you're having a hard time stacking income. You're almost replacing income instead of stacking it. This is something that we do in the Master Your Mind Mastermind to get you beyond the 6 figures by diversifying your product suite, by finding gaps in your product suite, and by, helping you create sold out offers that sell out again and again. So we're not only refining your skills when it comes to the offers you already have, or refining your skills when it comes to, diversifying your product suite, but we're also refining your skills in your marketing and messaging as well too, to convey those offers and to have clients sign on repeat. So definitely send me a DM on Instagram if you want to learn more, or if you have questions about diversifying your income or offer suite.